Episode number 3 is about inviting. Yes, hello friends, this is Elias Muhozi. I'm very, very excited to join you this week in our series that we are doing about the Master Key to Network Marketing Success. This is a book that I wrote a few years ago, and I wrote it because I want to share with you the secrets which I used to build a very big team of over 250,000 people in over 11 African countries, and consequently becoming the number one distributor in Africa. Now, we started our series with how to build a name list. This is where you identify the people that you want in your business. Then we talked about prospecting. This is where you now just meet people, take their numbers. You don't tell them much, but you add them to your name list. Now, episode number 3 is about inviting. And inviting is now when you now actually set appointments with these people and you invite them to expose them to your business or to the product. So it's a very, very important topic, and probably one of the most important topics that we all need. First of all, inviting is really, really very key. Your business cannot grow without inviting, and it's one skill that you must learn. Every networker must learn it. I know it's for many it's a natural skill, but when you go the extra mile to research, to get to know how to invite, how to make that phone call, to make it, so exciting for someone to attend, let me tell you something, it's such a very, very game changer. Now, in this book here, I really wrote so many things, but of course, first of all, when you're inviting, you must know what is your relationship between you and the person that you're inviting. Now, with the home market, of course, you invite them with just normal excitement. Don't use very hard words. Not just make it really exciting and simple. Something similar to, "Hello, Juma, how are you? This is Elias. I've found a fantastic business opportunity, and I thought about you." And you definitely you invite them as a normal friend. Now, there are also those people who have influence over you. Very interesting. Now, these are people who are professionals, people you respect. Now, these ones you be more formal. And definitely you can even invite them by asking for their opinion about a business or a product that you have. Invite them them to give you their view about the business, but also for many of them, you can invite them by beginning by flaunting the product. Say, for example, I don't know anyone that you cannot invite without really talking about the product. Talk about, I don't know, your friend who is a minister. Talk about an uncle of yours that you respect. You can easily just call them, "Hello, uncle. This is Elias. I have found a very beautiful product that I know that you need, a product which is good for your health, a product which is good especially for your age, and I want to show you what this product is all about." Now, most likely they'll say it's because you're talking about their health and it's about them. Then, as you explain to them, they could buy the product and actually influence them to become members so they can always buy it at a discount. Eventually, they become constant members of your team. So, how a prospect knows you and how you know them really influences how you can be able to invite them. Of course, there are so many, the opinion invite, the if I ... would you approach. There are so many approaches that I wrote in this book, but what is really the approach you pick is really determined by how a prospect takes you and how you take them. That is very, very important. Now, of course, the other one I mentioned, when you're inviting, always customize the invitation. You cannot invite people by making them feel you are just sending random messages to so many people. No one will come. No one wants to be part of a group. No one wants to be part of others. So anyone must always feel it's a special invite. Even when you are sending messages, add their name, add why them, add what is your previous dealing with them. For example, "Hello, Chimela, how are you? This is Elias Muhozi. I have a fantastic business opportunity. I know you as a person who loves people. I know you as a person who is well organized. I know you as a very serious business person. I know you as a teacher and you would become successful." So basically, use their name, add some little information that is unique about them, that makes them realize and feel that, he has handpicked me out of so many. But the moment you just send random lousy messages, no one will come. By the way, you're not in a rush to invite the whole world. Even if you invite 2-3 people, but you do it consistently and you do it so well, no problem with that. It's not very good to send 100 random messages and no one ever comes. Or maybe you spread it for yourself. So you'd rather invite few people, invite them well, and invite them consistently, do it every day, than inviting so many people and then you don't do it consistently, or you do it badly simply because you are rushing to fill up the numbers. You are not going to finish your name list in one day. Come on, say whole name list. It is 200 names. Take your time, but invite very well. The other bit is that I talk about when I'm talking about inviting is called reluctancy, fearing to call. First of all, let me tell you something. Everyone fears to call, including myself. Like, there's always that fear that comes when you're calling. But for me, one of the key things I wrote about, of course, I wrote about many things in this book, but for me, my simple rule is just do it. Just like Nike says, dial. The moment you start fearing, just dial the number. The moment it starts, eventually the words will come. I don't know. Adrenaline is a very interesting hormone. Maybe I should read about adrenaline. But adrenaline is very important because somehow it makes you quickly realize what answer you can say, and then you eventually say it, and naturally the conversation continues like that. So every time you are fearing, just start. Adrenaline will help you to give you quick answers, and you pick up yourself along the way. But never fear to call anyone, including the president of your country, of course. Then of course, very, very, very important is something that I really, really need to share, which is, of course, seeking for knowledge from your upline or from books. Let me give you a story that I'm going to end with. Many years ago, that was around 2015, I was struggling with my network marketing business. And this is very honest. Then I had been in the business for 5 months and I was struggling with rent. I was struggling with everything. I had a phone with a rubber band. I was almost quitting because I talked to everyone and no one was joining my business. And honestly, I felt I'd done everything. Then one day, there's a lady called Hajara. She used to be my downline, and she brought a bank statement of my upline. She had made $6,000 in 1 month. That's about 20 million Ugandan money in 1 month. And me, I had zero earnings. And I don't know if it is adrenaline, I don't know if it's anything, or I don't know, some kind of excitement. But I remember it, like everything about me felt so bad, but also so excited. Then I realized that the only skill I don't understand is the skill of inviting and prospecting. So what I decided to do, I read somewhere where a quote or a book or a training that said something similar to an expert is someone who has read on the same subject 5 books. Actually, it was in the, I've remembered it was in the audio of Matt Morris, 7 Secrets to 7 Figures. So I decided to say, let me read every book ever written on inviting and prospecting. And of course, honestly, there are not so many. I've written a very good book called The Perfect Pitch, a very good book on inviting and prospecting. But I said, let me read every book I can ever learn myself on inviting and prospecting, and there were not so many. So I decided to read chapters of books that were specifically about inviting and prospecting. I went online, looked for audio books. I looked for authors who had maybe written articles on the internet. I went to YouTube, people who write about prospecting and prospecting and inviting. I mean videos on prospecting and inviting. And I'm telling you, after about 4 months, I had really gathered so much knowledge. And let me tell you, some of you may be my downlines who are watching, but within 1 year, I was able to become the top earner of my company. I don't mention how much I was earning, but it was a lot of money. Like 1 year is enough to completely change your life in network marketing once you master the skill of inviting and prospecting. I encourage you to really, really, really get yourselves to read the subject of inviting and prospecting. And those of us who are struggling, there's a book I wrote after this one called The Perfect Pitch. Oh my goodness, it's a book that every scenario on inviting and prospecting you never find in network marketing, it's written there. I hope my producer, Mr. Chimera, would allow me one day do a series on The Perfect Pitch. Anyway, thank you so much. God bless you. Please like this video. You can buy this book in the link that is over there. You can also send your number and you get yourself this book. But I'm telling you, I'm so passionate about network marketing. I'm so passionate about your success. I'm so passionate about what we can do in Africa with this industry of network marketing. God bless you.